White people. I hear this a lot when you speak about racism. Adam22 of No Jumper, who owns No Jumper, which is the biggest hip hop platform on YouTube right now, as far as podcasting, which was built up by a series of different blacks doing shows on his platform. He has removed quite a few of those blacks, but and has interviewed a racist named Richard Spector, uh, ex-Klansman, interviewed him in disrespect to the blacks who helped build his platform up. Uh, Now, after he's fired those blacks, he invited a bunch of whites onto his platform, and these are the type of jokes they make about the blacks who have built his platform.
I had to look up like 30 things. I thought you were inviting me to fuck you.
You thought I was black when I
No, well, yeah, that too also. Well, because everyone said Adam does hip hop, so I didn't know you were just the slave owner and not the.
Wow.
Listen, I'm here to rep okay.
I like how.
That's how they really feel about you. So that not all white folks, this is what white people do. White people get up in the door by building themselves up on blacks because we are an underserved community. And they have access to resources, so to build themselves up, what they do is they target blacks. After the success of NBC Black Lineup, which was the Cosby Show, A Different World, after that lineup, you've seen other channels build their network up off of that platform. Fox built themselves up off of a Black Lineup. All of us remember Thursday nights, Martin Show. We remember a couple more shows that came on after that. When it comes to No Jumper being the biggest hip hop platform owned by a white man, Adam No Jumper from 22, calling his current and former employees his slaves, basically saying his podcasting building is a plantation, is just a continuation of what Europeans have done to blacks many of times. This is why I get sick of hearing that not all white people concept, because as you see, he built that platform and cracked that joke without remorse, with no issue when amongst his own people. Fox News is another example of that. Fox was built up off of Fox Channel first. When it first launched, it had duplicated NBC success with Bill Cosby Show and the Different World success. So what they did was they targeted an underserved market, which was the black community, and they had Martin on Thursday nights, followed by Living Single, and the last show was New York Undercover, all shows directed towards black community. So when they did not have access, or when they was building themselves up, they start with us. UPN followed the same procedure and did the exact same thing. Now Fox News, they have broken off, but Fox News, same owner, Rupert Murdoch, is one of the most racist news channels in America, really on earth. But he built that off of a platform that he used to market to blacks, and he did not face the racial discrimination that Bob Johnson faced when it comes to pricing and when it comes to advertising pricing. And he was marketing towards the same audience, but white people paid him accordingly. So that not all white people are bad, or not all white people are racist. It does not matter, black people, when all your children suffer from racism. When all your children are vulnerable to racism, what does it matter if a white person is or is not racist? All that matters is you building yourself up, strengthening yourself so you're not vulnerable or as vulnerable to these white people racist actions. So you're not forced to go and enrich your oppressor. This is why it is mandatory for you to unify with your own people and work together. Adam22 has shown you. Not only him, Vlad TV did the exact same thing when he had the issue with the minister Farrakhan.
Get this where people are just coming at me with comments. Like, it was like weird. I was like, what the fuck's going on? And then Elijah Farrakhan, who's one of the captains of the NOI, he sends me a message saying, hey, brother, love the stuff you do. I'm a big fan. Just need to talk to you about something. And I'm like, Elijah Farrakhan, what the fuck? I'm sitting here like, what is going on? Yeah. Because I've listened to the minister since I was in college, and I would go to Savior's Day, Chicago, And so I said, all right, let me see what's going on. He said, have you seen what's happening in the Vlad? I said, no, I just shot some new shit. What? So then Vlad calls me, goes, hey, man, we cool, right? And I'm confused, like, yeah, what? He said, I just want to know if we're cool. Are we cool? We cool? Everything good? You know how he talks? Yeah, I just want to see. I mean, there's some bullshit going on. I just want to make sure, are we cool? Okay.
Because what he's talking about is VAD TV lied on Farrakhan. Farrakhan said we need to destroy the Jews with the stones of truth. He took out the stones of truth and just put in with the stones. Edited the film to lie on Farrakhan, to make Farrakhan act as if he was promoting violence. But this is another white man, VAD TV, who built his platform up off of interviewing rappers. Time and time again, these white people show you there's no such thing. Every time they show you, they betray black people, they use you. When they don't have a way to generate money within their own community, they come to our community, build a platform off of us because we are underserved community, and then they hit it. When will you stop building other people platforms? When will you stop building other people companies? When will you learn the power and ownership?
I was like, and then so I started to investigate, and this brother named West Coast Cam. You know West Coast Cam? Nah. See, West Coast Cam has been a rapper for a long time, and he's sort of like the Nation of Islam muscle in the street of LA. Okay. He's like, look up West Coast Cam. He sent me a message. Then Royce the 5'9" sent me a message. Mm-hmm. All right? And so I was like, what the fuck is going on? And so I find out, the minister made that speech on July 4th, right? Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. So I watched it because I'm used to watching him. I've watched him for years, so I can watch him because I'm used to his voice. And so he's talking to D.L. Hughley, Vlad. He's talking to D.L. Hughley, and he's saying, I don't like Minister Farrakhan. A lot of people don't like him. I mean, you don't have to like him.
Who is this white boy that succeeds, just doing good
and throw it at Jews?
off us to not like him?
Fuck speech is he listening to? I know Farrakhan ain't never said that. He's never talked about harming Jewish people ever. And if I heard him say that, I would say, yeah, he does say that. But he's never done that because he doesn't do that. That's not what he's about. First of all, the minister calls out everybody. He calls out whack-ass black leaders. He be murdering them. Black leaders, he calls out himself. When he's messing up, he calls out everybody individually. He never like bundles everybody into one group, okay? If you listen to him. So, he goes, so DL is just listening to Vlad say this. He didn't agree with him or not. He just goes, okay. And so in the speech that he's talking about, when it comes to Quran or to the Bible, any religious text, it's all metaphors. And so Farrakhan said, all Muslims should pick up the rock of truth, like we do in Mecca. We pick up the rock of truth and we throw it at Satan. We throw it at falsehood. Yeah. He said, we don't throw to harm anybody. He was a metaphor. So Vlad interpreted it as, oh, just throw rocks at Jews, which wasn't the truth. He lied.
Vlad did not interpret it as that. Vlad intentionally edited it out to promote it as that. This is a white boy who benefit off of black culture, and he's trying to be manipulative and destructive and destroy a black leader. This is why I am a full separatist. This is why I believe in black segregation mentally, physically, and emotionally. Yes, you're going to do business and trade with them. We still in the same country. But yes, mentally, in all ways, I am 100% about segregating myself from Europeans. Their way of thinking, their way of acting,